This next story is disturbing and just another example of the huge hypocrisy in our current administration. The US is sending cluster bombs to Ukraine despite humanitarian warnings. The United States is supplying cluster munitions to Ukraine to help defend its territory against Russia, despite concerns from human rights groups that the deployment of such weapons endangers civilians. Cluster bombs release a large number of bomblets over a wide area, and they can continue to pose a deadly risk long after the fighting has ended, years and years and years. More than 100 countries ban such weapons because unexploded bomblets can be picked up by civilians, causing injury or death. That includes a lot of children who find bombs and start playing with them and blow themselves up. As many as 40% of bomblets fail to detonate on impact, per one estimate. More than 120 countries have agreed to a 2008 United Nations treaty banning their use. However, the US, Russia, and Ukraine are not among those. Let's go back in time, all the way back to last year, and hear what our White House press secretary has to say on the issue of using cluster bombs.
There are reports of illegal cluster bombs and vacuum bombs being used by the Russians. If that's true, what is the next step of this administration, and is there a red line for how much violence will be tolerated against civilians in this manner that's illegal and potentially a war crime?
It would be. I don't have any confirmation of that.
Did we hear that? Let's just go back a little bit. Is using a cluster bomb a war crime? What did you say, Jen Psaki?
Potentially a war crime.
It would be. I don't have any confirmation of that. We have seen the reports. If that were true, it would potentially be a war crime. Obviously, there are a range of international fora that would assess that. So certainly we would look to that to be a part of that conversation.
We'll look into it. It would be a war crime. Then she said it would potentially be a war crime, and we'll have to look into that while I go straighten my orange hair.
Huh? Suddenly it reeks of hypocrisy in here.